Santa Barbara. Number 8, Latrey McCollum. Batting 7th, playing catcher, representing the University of California, San Fullerton. Number 30, Max Ortega. Batting 8th, playing third base, representing Oregon State University. Number 46, Tice Peterson. Batting 9th, playing second base, representing Oregon State University. Number 38, Eli Kennel. And on the mound for the Cowlitz Black Bears, representing Mount Hood Community College, number 31, Jaden Vinson. Managing today's game is Kelly Stinnett, assisted by Justin Parrish, Shane McCarroll. And now, the starting lineup for your Springfield Drifters! Batting first, playing shortstop, representing Oregon State University, number 7, Dawson Santana! Batting second, playing center field, representing Seattle University, number 8, Cole Kleckner. Batting third, playing left field, representing Fresno State University, number 19, Bobby Blanford. Batting fourth, playing catcher, representing Seattle University, number 15, Ryan Hayes. Batting fifth, playing second base, representing the University of Oregon, number 25, Ryan Cooney. Batting sixth, playing first base, representing Lewis and Clark State College, number 31, Charlie Updegrave. Batting seventh, playing designated hitter, representing Tulane University, number 29, Reed Callum. Batting eighth, playing right field, representing Fresno State University, number 33, Jaden Shepard. Batting ninth, playing third base, representing the University of Portland, number 3, Chase Miller. And on the mound for the Springfield Drifters, representing Oregon State University, number 34, Bridger Holmes. Managing today's game is Drifter skipper Tommy Richards, and assisted by Alan Embry, Jordan Sunich, and Rocco Ferrari. If you want to see the full team's rosters, head on down to the merchandise booth to pick them up. Today's game is officiated by Jacob Hudson and Tyler Jetting. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please rise, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Our first pitch today, introducing Ty DePauli. Ty is a 2022 Marist High School graduate who is currently battling Ewing sarcoma. Good job!
Regulators. You regulate any stealing of his property. We damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street. You gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep. It was a clear black night, a clear white night. He was on the streets trying to conserve some stuff for the news so I could get some funds rolling in my rock, chilling out.
After coming from behind yesterday against the Bend Elks, the Springfield Drifters return for game number 1 of the series against the Cowlitz Black Bears here at Hamlin Sports Complex. Matt Uretsky, your play-by-play man this evening here on the Drifters live stream. We're so happy that you're joining us here today. Apologies about the technical difficulties yesterday. Hopefully we're going to get that squared away today. Right now, I plugged into my computer to the Ethernet. Previously, we were going off the Wi-Fi. We're hoping that the internet works today because of the Ethernet being plugged in. If it does not, and it is a little bit choppy today on YouTube, you can also find it on the WCL website. Yesterday, it streamed a little bit better on the WCL website. So if it is a little bit choppy today, you can head over there, and hopefully that'll work for you. But we are so happy to have you here on YouTube and the WCL site on the Drifters live stream. Cowlitz 6-11 overall in the season. Sam Canton, AJ Singer, Ethan Mann 1, 2, 3. Brandon Larson, Grant J, Latrey McCollum, batters 4, 5, and 6. Max Ortega, Tice Peterson, Eli Kennel, batters 7, 8, and 9 for the Cowlitz Black Bears here today as they're facing off against the Springfield Drifters, 6 overall after picking up the win yesterday against Bend. Bridger Holmes, the right-hander on the mound, good to go as the first pitch comes in a little high, and we're 1 minute early today at 6:34 p.m. Drifters today wearing their white jerseys. Cowlitz wearing the orange jerseys as Sam Canton lines the ball towards center field. In center field, making the catch is Cole Kleckner for out number 1. Defensively for Springfield today, Bobby Blanford in left field, Cole Kleckner in center field, Jaden Shepard in right. In the infield, Jace Miller at third, Dawson Santana the shortstop, Ryan Cooney at second, Charlie Epdegrave the first baseman, and behind the plate today is Ryan Hayes. Here's AJ Singer now as the first pitch from Holmes is grounded foul up the third base side, 0-1. A.J. Singer, a prospect out of Iowa Western Community College in Council Bluffs, Iowa. 240 hitter this season as he takes inside 1-1. 12 hits in 50 at-bats today for the Cowlitz Black Bears in Singer. 2 doubles, 9 RBIs, and 5 walks. Pops this one up in the air on the right side of the infield, up the grave in foul territory now. Circles under it, makes the catch. Number 2, back-to-back fly ball outs for Bridger Holmes, the right-hander, heading off to Oregon State University next year. And he starts his day efficiently in his now 3rd start of the year. Brings up Ethan Mann. Mann, the left fielder today, fouls off the first pitch from Holmes. That's 0-1. Ethan Mann, a senior at Dallas Baptist University, hitting .313 this season with the Cowlitz Black Bears. This is game number 5 for Mann, originally from McKinley, Texas. Here's the 0-1. That one's popped away. 0-2. Holmes on the mound, a heavy strikeout pitcher. Has a devastating slider that's his strikeout pitch. And loves to throw that a lot to the right-handers as it goes away from the right-handed hitter. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, that time it ran a little bit inside. And that's going to hit Mann, and he'll head to first on the hit by pitch.
Now batting the first baseman, number 50, Brandon Larson.
Brings up Brandon Larson now with a runner at first, 2 outs. 0-0 the score here on the top of the first inning. Brandon Larson this season hitting .714, although this is only his 3rd game. 5 hits and 7 at-bats so far. Holmes now working out of the stretch as he throws a pitch that's grounded to second. Cooney picks it up, throws to first, and retires Larson. Just the 2-out hit by pitch to Ethan Mann. He's left stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Looking for dinner, a snack, or something sweet? Visit our concessions located inside our ballpark, down the 1st and 3rd baseline, or visit our candy shack next to the north side entrance. Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Dawson Santana.
Springfield Drifters coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. Dawson Santana, Cole Kleckner, and Bobby Blanford, 1-2-3 against the left-hander and Jaden Vincent. First pitch here in the bottom of the first inning comes in a strike, 0-1. Ryan Hayes, Ryan Cooney, Charlie Updere, batters 4, 5, and 6. Reed Kellum, Jaden Shepard, and Jace Miller, batters 7, 8, 9. 0-1 to Santana. He takes a strike, 0-2 from Vincent. Dawson Santana at the plate, hitting .293 this season. He's been hitless the previous 2 games, though, after having a 7-game hitting streak. Loops a ball towards center field. Charging and sliding and making the catch in center field is Sam Canton, the center fielder, for out number 1. Nice play by Canton out there in center field. Defensively today for the Cowlitz Black Bears, Ethan Mann in left field, Sam Canton, who you just heard in center field, Latrey McCullum in right, In the infield from left to right, Tice Peterson at third, AJ Singer at shortstop, Eli Kennel at second, Brandon Larson at first, and Max Ortega is behind the plate. First pitch to Cole Kleckner is down and away, 1-0. Kleckner today wearing the number 8 jersey, despite coming in wearing number 9 throughout the season. Moves down one number, but now moves down one spot as well. Normally a leadoff guy, but he takes a strike, and it's 1-1 to him. Kleckner this season batting .500 in 4 previous games. This is start number 5 for him. 7 hits, 14 at-bats, all 7 hits singles. Waits on a breaking ball. It drops in for a strike. Oh, rather 1 and 2. Kleckner has 6 hits in the last 2 games. Foul tips the ball into the mitt of Ortega, and that's strikeout number 1 for Jaden Vinson, who's a left-hander from Mount Hood Community College. Picks up his first strikeout, and it brings up Bobby Barrels. That's Bobby Blanford at the plate, the left fielder today for Springfield. Blanford, a .353 hitter this season, 6 hits, 17 at-bats, 2 runs scored. Takes a pitch inside, 1-0. One of his 6 hits, a double. That one came yesterday in the win against Bend. It was a 6-5 victory for the Springfield Drifters. 1-0 in the dirt to the Fresno State product in Blanford, and it's 2-0. Jaden Vinson, this past season at Mount Hood Community College, a pretty good ERA, a 1.37. As he misses low to Blanford at 3.37. As he misses low to Blanford at 3. He's continued the success in the WCL, coming in 1-0 with a 1.28 ERA in 3 previous games and 2 starts. 3 out of Blanford. He fires a strike, 3-1. His last outing he threw against Ridgefield, gave up 1 earned run in 4 innings, gave up 3 hits overall. Blanford, a high chopper to first. Fielding it at first is Larson, tapping on the bag for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, the Drifters go offensively. We head to the second. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Bridger Holmes back on the mound for the Springfield Drifters, facing off against Grant J. As Jay takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Going to be Grant J, Latrey McCollum, Max Ortega, batters 5, 6, and 7 in the Cowlitz Black Bears lineup. 0-0 the score here on the top of the second. Holmes a slider away, and it's 1-1. In the first inning, it was 3 outs for Holmes. The only blemish was a hit by pitch to Ethan Mann with 2 outs and 2 strikes. 1-1 cut on and missed by Grant J, the DH today, and it's 1-2. Jay this season hitting .316, has 6 total hits and 19 at-bats with 2 runs scored, 2 home runs, and 3 doubles. Takes outside, and it's now 2-2 to Jay. He went 0 for 4 in the last game, but started on a 4-game hit streak. This is game number 6 of the year for Grant J. Slider inside, just misses from Holmes, and the count's full. Jay, a product from Dallas Baptist University, heading into his sophomore year there with the Patriots. 3-2, outside from Holmes, and that's a walk to Grant J. Holmes got ahead, but Jay works the walk. And leadoff man's aboard for the Cowlitz Black Bears here in the top of the second inning.
The Cowlitz Black Bears, the right fielder, number 8, Latrey McCollum.
Brings up Latrey McCollum, the outfielder from UC Santa Barbara, in right field today. Playing with the Cowlitz Black Bears this season. Last season was a member of the Portland Pickles. Takes the first pitch outside, and it's 1-0 from Holmes. McCollum this season, a .375 hitter. This is game number 3 of the year for McCollum. 3 hits, 8 at-bats. And started the previous 2 games. He takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Previous 2 games for him were against the Portland Pickles, his former team. Went 2 for 4 in game number 1, and then 1 for 4 in his second game against the Pickles. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 to Latrey McCollum. McCollum just wrapped up his second season at UC Santa Barbara. Hit .300 there this past season. And 54 games played. Holmes looks to first, now comes set. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Holmes gets his first strikeout. It's a backwards K. And puts the first out on the board here in the top of the second. Brings up Max Ortega, the catcher today. Ortega from Stockton, California. Plays his ball at Cal State Fullerton, a .182 hitter. He takes a strike, 0-1 from Holmes. 4 hits and just 22 at-bats for Ortega. Looking to improve his statistics here. The 0-1 from Holmes. Sliced foul to right field, 0-2. Ortega, though, 3 of his 4 hits have come in the previous 3 games he's played in. Had 1 against Ridgefield on June 17th, 2 against Portland on June 20th, but went 0 for 4 in his last game 2 days ago against the Pickles. 0-2 from Holmes. Well outside, it gets past Hayes, the catcher, and heading over to second is Jay. Runner in scoring position now for the Black Bears here in the top of the second. Still just 1 out in the inning, and it eliminates the double play threat. Holmes going to have to work a little bit harder here in this inning. Still, though, Holmes is a strikeout pitcher and has 2 strikes once again. The righty comes set. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That slider works for Holmes there. And that's out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for the right-hander. And it brings up Tice Peterson, the third baseman today, with 2 outs and a runner at second. Black Bears threatening for the game's first run here in the top of the second. Peterson, no hits and 7 at-bats coming into today. As he watches, slider come in for a strike, 0-1 from his future teammate. Peterson from Oregon State University, and that's where Bridger Holmes will be transferring after Holmes just finished 2 seasons at Feather River College. Holmes answers with a strike again, and it's 0-2. So these 2 will be teammates next year. Peterson ahead of Holmes and already wearing an orange jersey today with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Nonetheless, here's the 0-2. Outside from Holmes. And it seems like that slider's drifting a little bit away today. He's still trying to locate it, looking for consistency. Nonetheless, he still has 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That time the slider works for Holmes. 3 straight strikeouts with the right-hander after the leadoff walk to Grant Jay. He's left stranded at second. Way to the bottom of 2. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Merchandise store, located by the north entrance, and be part of the Drifters crew for the 2023 season. With a great selection of styles and sizes, you're sure to find the perfect gear for the entire family.
Ryan Hayes, Ryan Cooney, Charlie Updegrave, 4-5-6 due up for the Drifters. First pitch here in the bottom of the second is grounded off of Hayes, 0-1. Jaden Vincent back on the mound. The southpaw had a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first inning with a strikeout to Cole Kleckner, out for his second inning of relief. Rather, not relief, of his second inning overall. And here's Hayes at the plate, still looking for his first hit of the season with Springfield, but I'll tell you what, he has 8 total walks as he watches the pitch high, 1-1. Kind of crazy thinking about how he's played in 5 games, has 9 registered at bats, but 8 total walks. 1-1 in the dirt, and it's 2-1, and he's shaking his head. The appeal unsuccessful by the catcher Max Ortega, and it's 2-1, and right there, that's Ryan Hayes displaying his batter's eye. Has had a pretty good plate vision this season and has a .471 on base percentage. As now he lines a ball to left field. It's hook and foul and lands foul. 2-2. I think that's pretty good if you have a .471 on base percentage and you don't even have a hit in 9 at-bats. It's quite remarkable. He's the Seattle University product, heading into his senior year there after transferring from Yakima Valley Community College. Now lines the ball to left field, but it's hanging up, and catching it in left is Ethan Mann for out number 1.
Now batting for the Springfield Drifters.
Brings up Ryan Cooney now.
Number 31, Charlie Updegrave.
They just announced Charlie Updegrave, but it is Ryan Cooney. As the first pitch to Cooney comes in a little bit low, and it's 1-0 to Cooney, who's coming off his best game of the season. Went 4 for 4 against Bend yesterday with a double and 2 RBIs. He takes inside 2-0. Also scored 2 runs, but those 2 RBIs were big. They came in the 8th inning. He just popped the ball up down the left field line, and it dropped. And the Drifters were able to take the lead in the 8th, come from behind, and steal a win away from the Bend Elks. Takes a strike, and it's 2-1. To the incoming freshman to the University of Oregon. High chopper up the middle. Singer, the shortstop, fields it on a high bounce, throws to first on the run, and gets Cooney by about a step for out number 2. So far, 5 up, 5 down for the lefty and Jaden Vincent. Now we get a lefty versus lefty matchup here with Charlie Updegrave finally coming to the plate.
First baseman number 31, Charlie Updegrave.
This time they announce the correct batter as Vincent throws outside of ball 1 to Updegrave. Updegrave, similar to Cooney, also having his best season. Rather, not best season, but coming off his best performance as he takes a strike, 1-1. Yesterday went 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. It was the second home run of the season for the Springfield Drifters as the 2-0 from Vincent. Grounded up the first base line. Diving play by Larson. He knocked it down, but Updegrave beats out the throw. That's going to be the first hit today for Springfield. It was a nice play by Larson to get in front of it and keep it in front of him, trying to keep it in the infield. But Updegrave hustles down the line and brings up Reed Kellum. Here's Reed Kellum now, the DH today. Kellum back in the order once again for Springfield. Now 3 straight games played for Kellum after not playing for a week up until the Bend games. Slices the ball foul, 0-2. He appeared in a pinch hit against Wenatchee on June 15th, went 0 for 1 then. But against Bend, went 1 for 7 overall. The 0-1 fouls it away, and now he falls behind 0-2 from Jaden Vincent. Just a 190 hitter this season is Kellum. Has a double, 3 RBIs. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. 0-0 the score here in the bottom of the second inning. Updegrave at first after the 2-out single. One, 2. Outside. Slider there from Vincent. 2-2. Vincent shakes and now comes set at the waist. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Kellum goes down swinging. Strikeout number 2 for Vincent. And it leaves Updegrave stranded at first after the 2-out single. We now head to the third inning. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Cancer game, and we want to take a second to honor those who are currently battling cancer. Please, if you or a current loved one is battling cancer or beaten cancer, stand up and be recognized. Now batting, the second baseman, number 38, Eli Kennel.
Eli Kennel, Sam Canton, A.J. Singer due up for the Cowlitz Black Bears as Bridger Holmes throws a first pitch ball to Kennel, and it's 1-0. Kennel, the ninth batter in the order for Cowlitz, the lone man that has yet to face off against Holmes, and he cuts over a pitch, and it's 1-1. Similar to Tice Peterson, who just batted before Eli Kennel, also facing off against his future teammate and Bridger Holmes as Kennel fouls this one away. 1-2. Kennel played with the Corvallis Knights last season, now moves a little bit up the river as he's in Longview this season with the Cowlitz Black Bears. 1-2. Kennel goes down swinging. 4 straight strikeouts for Bridger Holmes dating back to last inning. And it'll bring up Sam Canton with 1 out and nobody on here in the 0-0 ball game in the top of the third inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 17, Sam Canton.
Brings up Sam Canton, who flew out his first time. First pitch to Canton. Slider that breaks into the left-handed hitter for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider outside to the lefty. 1-1. So Holmes so far, the first time through the order, did not allow a hit, but 2 runners did reach base as this is spoiled by Canton. 1-2. Ethan Mann reached on a hit by pitch, and Grant J reached on a walk. The only 2 blemishes the first time through the order for Bridger Holmes in his 3rd start of the year with the Springfield Drifters. 1-2. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now. Have a stretch, Bridger Holmes. 2 outs now here in the top of the 3rd. Here's A.J. Singer now.
Shortstop number 2, A.J. Singer.
Singer 0 for 1 with a pop-up to the third baseman Charlie Updegrave in foul territory. He swings at the first pitch, drives it deep towards right field. Jaden Shepard under it, makes the grab for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Bridger Holmes with 2 more strikeouts to his total, 5 total in the game. We head to the bottom of 3, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
batting, the right fielder, number 33, Jaden Shepard.
8-9-1, 2 up. Jaden Shepard, Jace Miller, Dawson Santana against Jaden Vinson. Vinson throws a first pitch ball outside to Jaden Shepard, the right fielder today, 1-0. Shepard swings at the second pitch, lines it hard to left, but it slices foul. 1-1. Jaden Shepard in right field for the second time this season. He's looking for his first hit since June 14th. Just one hit in 14 at-bats this season. He's due. 1-1. He takes a little low, 2-1. Jaden Vinson looking and wondering where he missed. Doesn't get his call, but it's 2-1 to Shepard, the 6'6", 235-pound prospect. As he fouls this away, 2-2. Jaden Vinson has done a good job, only allowing one hit. It was a 2-out infield single to Charlie Updegrave last inning. And he's looking for another clean inning on the mound. 2-2 to Shepard. Hit up the middle, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Hit number 2 of the season for Jaden Shepard. And the leadoff man's aboard for the Drifters here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting is the third baseman, number 3, Jace Miller.
Brings up Jace Miller, his first start since June 15th. That was against Wenatchee 8 days ago. Went 2 for 4 in that game against the Apple Sox with an RBI and a run scored. Stands in with Shepard at first in the 0-0 ball game. Miller, big cut, and it's 0-1. Miller, originally from Medford, Oregon, played at South Medford High School, heading into his second season at the University of Portland. 0-1. High chopper to third. Picking it up is Peterson. He goes a 2 for 1 to throw to first in time to get Miller. It's a 5-4-3 double play. It's put 2 outs on the board, and it eliminates Shepard's leadoff single. And brings up Dawson Santana with 2 outs now.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 7, Dawson Santana.
Santana flew out to center field his first time up. Now his second try against Vinson. Shows bunt, pulls it back, misses, down and away. 1-0 to Santana. Santana looking for his first hit in 3 days, as he'll take the strike. 1-1. That's a rarity. He's had a lot of hits this season, 17 in 15 games. 1-1, he shows bunt, bunts it foul, 1-2. He had a 7-game hit streak, which featured 3 multi-hit games, including 2 3-hit performances. But he's 0 for his last 6, dating back to the previous 2 games. 1-2. Down and inside. Santana doesn't move. And we'll see another pitch from Vinson, the southpaw. Vinson winds. The 2-2 pitch. Down and away, and the count's run full to Santana. Vinson looking for his future home after finishing 2 years at Mount Hood Community College. Payoff pitch. Santana spoils it away. We'll do the 3-2 again. In 9 starts this year, a 4-4 record at Mount Hood in 52 and 2/3 inning pitch. Just 8 earned runs for the lefty. 3-2. Santana hits this up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. 2-out single for Dawson Santana extends the inning here in the bottom of the 3rd. And it brings up Cole Kleckner now.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Cole Kleckner.
Kleckner struck out for the 4th time this season, back in the 1st inning. Stands in with Santana at first. There's a little bit of speed there in Santana. First pitch down and away to Kleckner, 1-0, and now Ortega's going to go talk things over with Vinson, try to settle him down. In this inning so far, Vinson allowed a single to Jaden Shepard, but got the ground ball to the 3rd baseman, Tice Peterson, for a 5-4-3 double play to Jace Miller. And then Santana 2-out single to extend the inning, and Springfield's looking to strike first, with Bridger Holmes on the mound dealing with 5 strikeouts so far through the first 3 frames for the right-hander. Kleckner on a 3-game hit streak. All 3 of those games against the Bend Elks. Went 1 for 2, 4 for 5, and 2 for 5. 1-0 to Kleck. Takes high above the chest, 2-0. He has reached base safely in 44 straight games dating back to his spring season at Seattle University. As Santana's going to go on the 2-0. The throw from Ortega to second, well behind the slide of Santana. And now it's going to be a 3-0 count to Kleckner with a runner in scoring position. Dawson Santana snags his 8th stolen base of the season in his 16th game. 3-0 to Kleckner. Does not get the green light. He takes a strike, 3-1. On deck is Bobby Blanford. Hitters count, though, here to Kleckner. 3-1. Kleckner takes. It's a strike. He thought he was heading to first. Now he'll have to head back into the box. The left-handed hitter standing on the back of the box, right on the line. 3-2. Inside, and Kleckner's heading to first on a walk. And the inning's extended once again for Springfield. Let's see what the Drifters can do here with 2 outs. Brings up Bobby Blanford. Blanford, his first time up, he grounded out to first. Looking for a hit here, it would be a big one. He takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Slider that time from Vinson. Able to find the zone, and the lefty-on-lefty matchup starts with an 0-1 count. Blanford spoils away the 0-1, and it's quickly 0-2 to the lefty in Blanford from Fresno State. Blanford originally from Elk Grove, California, just south of Sacramento. Santana goes on the 0-2 as this one's driven in the air to center field. Canton gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. 2 hits in the inning, 2 runners left stranded, and no runs, no errors. We'll head to the 4th, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Drifters B-Ball. You can also follow us on YouTube at Drifters Baseball. Now batting is the left fielder, number 10, Ethan Mann.
Ethan Mann to lead things off as the first pitch from Bridger Holmes is cut on and miss for strike 1. Gonna be Ethan Mann, Brandon Larson, Grant J. 3, 4, 5 due up for Cowlitz as there's another devastating slider from Bridger Holmes, 0-2. Already with 5 strikeouts. The 0-2 gets number 6. 3-pitch strikeout to Ethan Mann for out number 1. Bridger Holmes is feeling it. He's really settled in the last 3 innings. And it brings up Brandon Larson. Larson, a ground ball out to second base back in the first inning, up for the second time. Grounds this one to shortstop. Santana fields it on a few hops, throws to first, and retires Larson. Quickly 2 are gone here in the top of the 4th. And brings up Grant J., the DH, who walked his first time up with 2 outs and nobody on. We appreciate you guys being with us this afternoon. Glad to hear that the live stream's doing better today, at least on YouTube. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Rich V from Staten, Oregon, and Pamela Uretsky from Oxnard, California. Here's the first pitch to Grant J. That one outside, 1-0. Grant J, undoubtedly the best player on this Cowlitz Black Bears roster, fouls off the 1-0, and it's 1-1. He was the Conference USA Freshman of the Year. He was Freshman All-American from several different publications in the country, 3 of them to be exact, including Perfect Game and Collegiate Baseball, and a first-team All-Conference USA selection as well. As he watches the pitch sail away from Holmes, and it's 2-1 to him. This season at Dallas Baptist, Grant J hit 319, had 21 home runs, 17 doubles as he takes inside 3-1, and 60 total hits. That's remarkable right there. Doesn't get better than that. Here's the 3-1 outside, and Jay is aboard with a walk once again. He walked to 36 this season in 55 games started, and he's aboard with his walk this season. Back walks for him. And with 2 outs, runners on for the Black Bears. But 39 of his 60 hits were extra bases, including 21 of them being home runs. So pretty good numbers, especially if you're only a freshman. Now he's going into his sophomore year at Dallas Baptist, playing here in the WCL for the Black Bears. Here's LaTrey McCollum. Watches the first pitch below the knees, 1-0. McCollum was the first strikeout victim from Bridger Holmes. That was back in the second inning. Holmes finished that second with 3 straight strikeouts after walking Grant J. McCollum pops this one foul, and it's 1-1. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Bridger Holmes, the incoming transfer from Feather River College to Oregon State on the mound. 1-1. Ground ball left side. Miller at third fields it. He goes to first. Long throw gets passed up to Grave, and heading to second on the play is McCollum. Jay goes to third. And with the air from Miller, it puts runners in scoring position for the Black Bears here in the top of the 4th. Defense has really been a struggle as of late for Springfield, especially at that hot corner. That's error number 24 of the season.
Now batting is the catcher, number 30, Max Ortega.
And over the past 2 games, including this one, that is the 6th error. It's been a struggle defensively. As the first pitch outside to Ortega. 1-0. So McCollum at second. At third is Jay. Black Bears threatening as the 1-0 swung on and missed by Ortega. 1-1. Ortega, he struck out swinging in the second. That's quite remarkable. The Black Bears right now have 2 runners in scoring position. They haven't even registered a hit today. There's the 1-1. Down and away. 2-1. Hayes behind the plate. He has to do a good job back there with Jay at third. Two balls and 1 strike to take. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 14 inches of break right there on that slider from Holmes. 2-2. Holmes a strike away from getting out of this jam. Here's the 2-2. Oh my goodness. That one started in the right-handed hitter's batter's box, and then Ortega just got a piece of it as it cut towards the plate at the last minute. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Holmes makes him look silly. That's strikeout number 7. Strands 2 runners in scoring position after the walk-in error. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
The best dance moves may win a prize. The winner is Carson Oxenrider.
Bottom of the 4th inning is 0-0 the score here in Springfield. Ryan Hayes, Ryan Cooney, Charlie Updegrave, 4-5-6. Hayes swings at the first pitch from Jaden Vincent. This one's a blooper to center, but cutting it off is the right fielder, Latrey McCollum. He ran all the way from right field and caught it in about dead center for out number 1. Takes the out away from Sam Canton. Either way, the Cowlitz Black Bears were going to field it.
Now batting is the second
And
baseman,
now here is
Ryan
Cooney, who's 0 for 1 with the ground out to shortstop. First pitch to Cooney. He takes a strike, 0-1. Cooney to the plate, hitting in front of his future coach, Mark Wazakowski, back here at Hamlin Sports Complex as he fouls the 0-1 away. It's quickly 0-2 from Jaden Vinson. Wazakowski, a regular here at Hamlin Sports Complex. It's basically like he has season tickets. He's been sitting behind home plate for, what, 3 out of the last 4 games now? This one's fouled away by Cooney, and he'll stay alive for the 0-2. You know, why wouldn't you want to come here? It's a beautiful ballpark. He has a great view of some of his future players and maybe some guys that are in JUCO that he's interested in. 0-2, grounded up the middle, and Cooney's going to get aboard with the single. 4th hit today for Springfield. All 4 hits have been singles, and 3 of the 4 hits have gone right up the middle just like that on the ground. And now here's Charlie Updegrave, who has 1 of those 4 singles, although his isn't one that goes up the middle. His was a hard grounder to first. Brandon Larson knocked it down, but it was an infield single for Updegrave. His now 3rd hit in his last 2 games. That one's outside, 1-0. Updegrave was on a 0 for 11 streak entering the game yesterday, and then had the 2 extra base hit performance with the double and home run, and continues his trend here today. 1-0. He takes for a strike, 1-1. And I think that's baseball. You know, some players, they're just due, and it comes out eventually. Updegrave, a guy that hit .354 this past season at LC State. 1-1, ground ball first base side, right of the line, foul, 1-2. He had 12 home runs and 4 doubles there in 21 games started for LC State and the Warriors. Now playing here in Springfield, a little bit down the road from his hometown of Oak Ridge, Oregon. Guide in the air behind home plate, throwing the mask catch is Ortega, the catcher, for out number 2. Brings up Reed Kellum now.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 29, Reed Kellum.
Kellum 0 for 1 with the strikeout swinging in the second. As a runner at first in Cooney, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Jaden Vincent on the mound has been doing a great job as this one's grounded right back to him. The PFP's pays off as he fields it, underhands it to first for out number 3. Just the 1 out single to Ryan Cooney. On to the fifth, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
This is game 1 of our 3-game home series against Cowlitz. Come back tomorrow for our cap giveaway, where the first fans to the stadium get free Drifters hats. Gates open at 6:30 tomorrow. Now batting is the third baseman, number 46, Tice Peterson.
Number 5, Bridger Holmes, the right-hander, back on the mound. First pitch to Tice Peterson. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Doesn't matter. That's a strike from Bridger Holmes, and that's exactly what he's been doing all day long. He's been pounding the strike zone, has 7 total strikeouts through the first 4 innings. 0-1 to Peterson. He takes. It's a strike from Holmes, 88 miles per hour on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Peterson a strikeout swinging back in the second. Up for the second time now. The 0-2 just gets a piece of it. It's a blooper to the right side, but Cooney, the second baseman's under it, catches it for out number 1. Brings up Eli Kennel now. Kennel, the second baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His strikeout was the 4th in a row by Holmes in between that second and third inning. He had a stretch of 5 straight strikeouts as Kennel watches the first pitch break in outside for a strike, 0-1. Lefty versus righty matchup here. The 0-1 to Kennel, grounded to first base, up to Grave, fields it, taps on first. Quickly 2 are gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up the leadoff man for Cowlitz, Sam Canton, who struck out his last time up after flying out his first time.
Number 17, Sam Canton.
So far, Holmes has allowed 3 base runners, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. As that's just a tough break. It goes off the bag, and that's going to be the first hit issued today. Updegrave was diving for it at first, and it just went right off the first base bag. Stays in fair territory, and that's going to be an infield single to Sam Canton with 2 outs. That puts a runner on for the Black Bears here in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up A.J. Singer now, a pop-up and a fly-out. First pitch, Singer takes. It's right down Broadway, a strike from Holmes. 0-1. Right down the middle of the plate. Here's the 0-1. Slider away, 1-1. Bridger Holmes, he has one of the best sliders we're seeing. He has a spin rate of 28.36 on that one. It's been close to 3,000 on his spin rate, and that's just really something you'd love to see if you're a pitching coach. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Throw back to first, in there safely is Canton. Canton just 1 stolen base this season with the Cowlitz Black Bears. He's a junior from Gonzaga. As this is popped in the air towards right field, Jaden Shepard, the right fielder, stops. makes the grab for out number 3. Just the 2-out single to Sam Canton. First hit today for the Black Bears. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway through this game as 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Special shout out to New Real Estate for sponsoring Youth Day, where every Sunday the kids under 15 get in free and their families get half-off tickets. Drifters Baseball, the coolest place to spend hot summer evenings all seasons long. Now batting is the right fielder, number 33, Jaden Shepard.
Jaden Shepard, Jace Miller, and Dawson Santana. 8-9-1 due up against Jaden Vincent, who's allowed 4 hits, but no runs so far through the first 4 innings. First pitch here in the bottom of the 5th, inside to Shepard. 1-0. Shepard 1 for 1 with a single his last time up. That was in the 3rd inning. Make it 2 for 2. Gets a blooper to left field. And Jaden Shepard's having a bounce-back performance, and all of a sudden the hitting's starting to even out for Springfield. Up the grave yesterday, and now Shepard today with a couple of hits. And Jaden Shepard hadn't had a hit since June 14th. That's over a week ago. Now gets 2 here today against Cowlitz. And here's Jace Miller, who had the same situation back in the 3rd inning, but grounded into a double play after the leadoff single to Shepard. And this time he grounds it to short, sliding and throwing to second was Singer, but he sailed it past Kennel, the second baseman. Shepard goes to 3rd as Miller is at first. Runners on the corners, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. That would have been a fantastic play if they were able to land that. But instead, it's going to be runners on the corners. And Dawson Santana, who singled his last time up. First time today, Springfield's really threatening. Let's see what Santana does here. He's going to show bunt. Let's see, and he bunts it right to the first baseman, Larson. I respect the decision. I was thinking about whether or not he was going to try to do a sacrifice squeeze. Springfield coming in the top 3 in sacrifice hits in the WCL. Santana normally excellent at the bunts, but that time bunted it straight to Larson. And that's out number 1. Brings up Cole Kleckner, who walked his last time up. And now running over to second is Miller, and he's just going to get there easily. Not even a throw. I don't think anybody was ready for that. Not often do you steal against the lefty that easily. And Vincent was more concerned about Shepard at 3rd. Now all of a sudden, 2 runners in scoring position. The infield comes in as the first pitch to Kleckner is a strike, 0-1. So overall today, Kleckner a strikeout on the 1st and a walk in the 3rd. Has a chance for an RBI here. 0-1. Ground ball right side. It gets through the 3-4 hole. Shepard comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Springfield. Cole Kleckner comes through, gets the RBI single, his 2nd RBI of the season. And with the way that Springfield's been pitching on the mound, the Drifters needed that here on the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Bobby Blanford with still runners on the corners, as moving from 2nd to 3rd was Miller. Blanford 0 for 2 with a ground out to 1st and a fly out to center field. Kleckner goes on the first pitch. It's grounded up the middle, and Kleckner's going to go to third. Miller comes in to score. The throw from center field goes to third and past Peterson at third. Heading to second on that play was Blanford because of the throw from Canton in center field. It's another RBI single. It's 2-0 Springfield, and the inning continues with 2 runners in scoring position now for the Drifters. It was a cannon from Canton in center field that just was a little bit too much for Peterson, the third baseman. And because of that, Blanford moves over to second. And the inning continues once again. Here's Ryan Hayes with 1 out and a runner at third and second. First pitch, Hayes takes inside, 1-0. Hayes so far 0 for 2 with a line out to left and a fly out to center field. 2-0 Springfield, 8 total hits now for the Drifters. 1-0, down and inside, 2-0. Jaden Vinson did a great job through the first 4 innings, not allowing a run. Did give up 4 hits. He was able to work around it. They were scattered, 1 hit in the second, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the third, but got one of them eliminated on a double play. 2-0, Hayes pops this in the air towards the right side of the field. Ball sailing towards the dugout of the Drifters, and it goes out of play into the stands. Fan caught it off the bounce. Nice play out there in the bleachers. 2-1 the count to Hayes. Here's the pitch from Vincent. Grounded up the middle. Coming over is the shortstop. The throw goes to home, and Kleckner is out. Singer threw it home and got the lead runner in Kleckner. That prevents a run from scoring for Springfield. Still 2-0. And it's going to be runners on the corners.
Ryan Cooney.
Blanford to third on the play, and here's Cooney, a single and a ground out so far, a 1 for 2 day. First pitch, Cooney lines it to right, slicing foul and landing in the party deck, 0-1. 2-0 Springfield here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So far in this inning, it's been a total of 4 hits. The 0-1, Cooney grounds this to Singer, fields it on 2 hops, flips to Kennel at second for out number 3. 4 hits in the inning, 2 runs come in, 1 runner left stranded, no errors overall. We head to the 6th, 2-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Come work out with our players at Elements Health Club here in Springfield. Elements is our workout partner, and they could be yours. Visit them at one of their Lane County locations. Include the one 5 minutes down the road. Who knows? You might be a Drifter ball player someday.
Two-0 Springfield. We thank you for joining us here on this Friday afternoon. Special thanks to Tom Jones from St. Louis for tuning in. Yes, the Pickles did take 2 of 3 against Cowlitz. As Bridger Holmes is on the mound, misses outside 1-0 to Ethan Mann. He'll be followed by Brandon Larson and Grant J. Heart of the order. This one's driven to center field. Kleckner gets under it, makes the grab. It was a tough one. Low catch for Kleckner, but he makes it for out number 1. Brings up Larson now 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs to second.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 50, Brandon Larson.
The lefty stands in to face off against Holmes for the third time, who's only allowed 1 hit through 5 innings and a third. Fires a first pitch strike to Larson, 0-1. Holmes has 7 strikeouts today, as the 0-1 is spoiled away, 0-2. Bridger Holmes this season came in throwing 9 2/3 innings pitches with 15 strikeouts, up to 22 now on the season in just his 3rd start overall. The 0-2, oof, that's gotta hurt. That's that slider. 20 inches of break going from the outside part of the plate right to the left-handed hitter's box. Into the knee of Larson, and he's aboard at first. Second hit by pitch today by Bridger Holmes. Brings up Grant J, the DH, and this is not the guy you want to be facing with a runner at first and a 2-run lead. Again, Grant J, an impressive season at Dallas Baptist, had 21 home runs for the Patriots this season. And he already has 2 home runs in his first 5 games with the Cowlitz Black Bears. He's walked twice so far as the first pitch. Oh my goodness. Slider once again from Holmes, breaks in for a strike, 0-1. Bridger Holmes has been throwing the same slider ever since 6th grade. He told me that he learned the grip from his dad in 6th grade. He's been using it 6, and that is just filthy. 0-2. He said that was the first year that sliders became legal. He asked his dad, how do you throw a slider? And his dad showed him a grip. He's been throwing it the same way ever since, and with his arm slot, it just has a filthy break. 0-2 outside, was looking to get him to chase, did not, and it's 1-2. It's ridiculous how much break he has. Some pitches is 21 inches. Here's the 1-2. Oh my goodness. Makes Grant J look silly. That's strikeout number 8. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 6th.
Number 8, Latrey McCollum.
Brings up Latrey McCollum, who reached on an air his last time up. Struck out looking prior to that. Runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. 0-1. Holmes, a guy that grew up on the San Juan Islands in Washington, moved back to North Bend, Oregon along the coast in high school. And McCollum wasn't ready for the pitch. Doesn't matter, it's a strike. 0-2. Holmes gets the thumbs up this time, and now comes set. The 0-2 McCollum. Check swing, did he go around? No, he did not. Springfield was drifting off towards the dugout, but McCollum stays alive, and it's 1-2. Holmes looking for strikeout number 9. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh my goodness. 9 strikeouts for Bridger Holmes, and he's clapping. Well, head to the bottom 6. Just the 1 out hit by pitch as Larson's left stranded. 2-0 the score. Springfield leading here on the Drifters live stream.
For our dizzy bat race, look down the first baseline for our 2 kids competing to win a prize. Now batting is the first baseman, number 31, Charlie Updegrave.
Charlie Updegrave going to be leading things off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. It's a new pitcher on the mound. It's the right-hander, Carson Bush, also from Mount Hood. First pitch, Updegrave grounds it to the left side. Fielding it is Singer. His throw across the diamond bounces in, but in time to get Updegrave for out number one. Updegrave now 1 for 3 today.
Now batting is the
Brings up
designated
Reed
hitter,
Kellum,
number
and he'll be
29,
followed by Jaden
Reed
Shepard.
Kellum.
Batters 6, 7, and 8 here in the lineup came up here in this bottom of the sixth inning. Jaden Vinson gets replaced. 5 innings pitched for Vinson as the first pitch to Kellum misses down and away, 1-0. 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for the left-hander. Kellum at the plate, 0 for 2, and now drills the ball deep towards left field, and it goes off the ground and off the wall. Kellum's trotting to second with the double. He's standing up, and the Drifters have a man in scoring position here with 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. .334 feet to left field, well over the head of Ethan Mann, the left fielder. It brings up Jaden Shepard, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. A little bit of a shift now with Kennel, the second baseman moving a little bit closer to second, covering as the first pitch to Shepard's a strike. 0-1 from Carson Bush. Bush comes in for the 5th time this season with the Black Bears. So far, just a 1.50 ERA. The 0-1, Shepard takes low, 1-1. Carson Bush gave up 1 earned run in 2 innings pitched against Yakima Valley on June 2nd, has yet to give up a run since. 1-1, Shepard cuts under it, 1-2. So he's had 3 straight scoreless outings, 1 on June 6th with 1 hit against Bellingham, another one with 1 hit against Ridgefield on June 16th. And then against Portland 2 days ago, through 1 inning, faced 3 batters and got 1 strikeout. 1-2 to Shepard. Blooper towards the right side. Kennel goes back, makes the catch in the outfield. Out number 2. Brings up Jace Miller now. A single his last time up after grounding into a 5-4-3 double play in the 3rd. And the University of Portland product steps in with a runner in scoring position in Reed Kellum. First pitch, Miller sends it towards center field. Canton comes in a few steps, makes the grab for out number 3. Just a 1-out double to Kellum. He's left stranded at second. We'll head to the 7th. 2-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Fans, it is time for the 7th inning stretch. Correction, next inning. Now batting is the catcher, number 30, Max Ortega.
Max Ortega, Tice Pearson, Eli Kennel all due up. 7, 8, 9 as the first pitch from Bridger Holmes here in the top of the 7th misses away, 1-0. Bridger Holmes through 6 innings has allowed 1 hit and has 9 strikeouts. 1-0. That one catches the zone on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 from Holmes. He's having his best outing of the season here in this 2-0 ball game against Cowlitz. 1-1. On a little high. 2-1 now to Ortega, who has struck out twice Holmes looking to give Ortega the sombrero right here. 2-1. Swing and a miss by the catcher. And he's now 1 strike away from giving him the sombrero with 3 strikeouts. Holmes stares in. 2-2. Strikeout number 10. Bridger Holmes, have yourself a day. Gets the first out here in the top of the 7th. And again, 10 strikeouts now for Bridger Holmes.
Now batting is the third baseman, number 46, Tice Peterson.
Here's Tice Peterson, who was strikeout victim number 3 back in the second. Popped up his last time up, and he drives the ball towards center field. Kleckner in left center. Under it, makes the grab for out number 2. Brings up Eli Kennel now with 2 outs. 2-0 the score. Springfield with the lead here in the top of the 7th.
Second baseman, number 38, Eli Kennel.
Kennel heading into his second year at Oregon State, originally from Monmouth, Oregon. As the first pitch to Kennel. He hits up the middle. Kleckner makes the grab in center field for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down with 1 strikeout to Holmes here in the top of the 7th. We'll head to the bottom of 7. Time to stretch here in Springfield. 2-0 Drifters with the lead.
Fans, it is time for our 7th inning stretch. All right, Drifters fans, I want to hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the Drifters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs. Now batting is the shortstop, number 7, Dawson Santana.
Top of the order due up, Dawson Santana, Cole Kleckner, Bobby Blanford here in the bottom of the 7th inning. At 2-0 the score as there's a new pitcher into the game, Kyle Etheridge. First pitch to Santana comes in a strike on 1. Santana today 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base back in the 3rd. Facing off against the lefty in Etheridge from Northwest Nazarene College. Down and away at 1-1 to Santana. Etheridge in for the 6th time this season with the Cowlitz Black Bears. 1-1 to Santana. Hit foul, 1-2. Comes in for Carson Bush, who threw 1 inning, allowed 1 hit. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Just faced off against 4 batters. The 1 hit, Reed Kellum, a 1-out double. Santana, ground ball right to Kennel, his future teammate at Oregon State. He throws out Santana for out number 1. Brings up Cole Kleckner.
Now batting is the center
singled at an RBI his last time up. That was 2 innings ago in the 5th. As he was able to come through, and the Drifters now lead 2-0 as Etheridge misses high 1-0. 2 runs in that 5th inning for Springfield, the only 2 runs here in this ball game. 9 hits though for the Drifters. A lot better offensively to start this series than against Bend, as Kleckner gets a soft hit bloop single to man in left field. Back-to-back singles for Cole Kleckner. Puts a speedy runner at first with 1 out here in the 7th.
Now batting is the left fielder, number 19.
Kleckner this season has 2 stolen bases, and we'll see if he makes it 3 here. Always active on the base paths. One of the fastest players on the Springfield team, if not in the WCL as a whole. Blanford, and also an RBI single his last time up. He takes a strike, 0-1. Overall, he's 1 for 3 today with a ground out and a fly out prior to that. Etheridge, the lefty set. The lefty on lefty pitch is outside, 1-1. Etheridge comes in with an 0-1 record, had 1 start prior to this outing. Got the loss in the Edmonton game on June 10th through 1 inning, allowed 1 run and 1 hit. Blanford pops it away, 1-2. Overall, he's given up 3 earned runs in a total of 8 innings pitched prior for that 3.37 ERA. 12 strikeouts, 3 walks for the left-hander. 1-2 to Blanford. He drives the ball to center field. Kleckner was running on it. Canton catches it in center field and now throws it to first. Kleckner slides into first safely after he had to get back on the hit and run situation. 2 outs though here in the bottom of the 7th. And now they're going to call Kleckner out, saying that he did not get all the way back to second and did not touch it. Coach Richards is arguing things over with the umpire right now, but that's going to do it for the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down in a very unusual way. We'll head to the 8th. 2-0 the score. Bridger Holmes coming back out for the Drifters here on the Drifters live stream.
Drifter fans, thank you for coming out and showing your support. Batting is the center fielder, number 7.
Top of the 8th inning at 2-0 Springfield with the lead. Bridger Holmes back on the mound as the righty from Feather River College, transferring to Oregon State, throws a first pitch strike, 0-1. So Bridger Holmes is a JUCO guy, spent 2 seasons at Feather River College in Quincy, California. That's up in the mountains in Northern California. This is going to be a single towards left field by Sam Canton. Throw gets past the second baseman in Cooney, but there to back it up is Updegrave. Just a leadoff single for Sam Canton. Second hit today issued by Bridger Holmes. But Holmes, he's originally from San Juan Islands, moved to North Bend, along the coast in Oregon. That's where his dad grew up, and his dad played football there, and then went to the University of Oregon. This one inside gets past Hayes, the catcher, and heading over to second is Canton. A.J. Singer at the plate, 0 for 3. Holmes, his junior year of high school was when COVID hit, so he lost his junior year then. didn't really have much of a senior year, and so he really lost out on getting recruited. Had to go the JUCO route. Went to Feather River College. After assistant coach was a connection there from North Bend. It's a strike from Holmes, 1-1. His first year at Feather River, threw 61 1/3. Had a 3.23 ERA as the 1-1 breaks inside at 2-1. Had 70 total strikeouts with 23 walks there, 22 earned runs in those 61 1/3. Then last year, he went 7-1 in 13 starts. As the 2-1 breaks in for a strike, 2-2. And had even better numbers, 92 strikeouts in 68 1/3. And that's really something because Feather River up in Quincy got plummeted with snow this spring. As the 2-2 is hit towards the right side, and Updegrave lost it. It goes into right field. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to count as a hit. They're going to count it as a hit. They count it as a hit. It doesn't go off the glove of Updegrave, so it's not a human error per se, but definitely one that you got to have. Just a funky bounce off the turf. And after back-to-back singles, puts runners on the corners. And here's Ethan Mann. So Feather River got plummeted in snow, and they had snow on the field until April. And now Alan Embry is going to go talk things over with Bridger Holmes. 2-0 the score here on the top of the 8th inning. Holmes has 10 strikeouts through 7 innings. Back-to-back singles to the top of the order here in the 8th. Ultimately, though, it was going to a showcase in Sacramento, nearby in Northern California, that Bridger Holmes began to get noticed by colleges and MLB draft scouts. Went there to the showcase, got instantly offered by Kansas State, Oregon State. Was going to go to Kansas State for a visit and then decided to shut it down. Made his top 2 Oregon and Oregon State, but Oregon State decided to push harder, and Holmes decided to stay in state and head to Corvallis, a historically better program in the state of Oregon. Outside, a 1-0. Though Oregon did go a little bit further this year than the Beavers. Oregon's on the up and up. As that's a strike to Ethan Mann. It was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the 4th, and lined out in the 6th. Runners on the corner, nobody out. 2-0 the score. The 1-1. Outside, Hayes gets it in front of him. 2-1. Hayes going to have to keep the ball in front of him with the runner at third. Holmes looking to keep it scoreless. Two-one to Mann. Called a strike on the outside part of the plate. 2. Holmes looking for strikeout number 11 here. He shakes. Looks to first. Comes set. 2-2. Outside. Counts run full. Cowlitz patient at the plate to begin. Brandon Larson on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Mann. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Do it again. Man from McKinney, Texas. 6'1", 190 pounds, playing at Dallas Baptist, a transfer from New Mexico State, which last season he took a medical redshirt before transferring to DBU. And now he's aboard with a no-out walk. The bases are loaded. And now the tying run is in scoring position for the Black Bears. Coach Richards is going to come out. And this may be it for Bridger Holmes, who's had a great effort so far. Holmes a little upset with himself, gives the ball to Coach Richards, and he'll be heading to the dugout. Pitching change here on the Drifters live stream. 2-0 the score. Cowlitz threatening with bases loaded, nobody out here on the top of the 8th. Here from Springfield.
On the mound for the Springfield Drifters is number 18, John Over. Now batting is the first baseman, number 50, Brandon Larson.
Brandon Larson comes to the plate with the bases loaded, nobody out. 2-0 the score. Springfield with the lead, and now it's John Over's time to come in and try to prevent a run from coming in. First pitch down and away, 1-0. Larson so far today, 2 groundouts to second and a hit by pitch his last time up in the 6th. Bridger Holmes' day is over. He went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts as of right now, 0 earned runs, but he's responsible for base runners on base here in this 2-0 game. 1-0 from Over. In the dirt once again, 2-0. Over, a left-hander from Linfield University. Local kid from Eugene, Oregon, played his high school ball at Marist High School. And he's the lefty that's called in to this 2-0 game. Try to put a 0 on the board. Foul tipped by Larson at the plate, 2-1. Over this 4 2/3 innings pitch. He's allowed 1 hit in 3 games. Has a 1.92 ERA. As the 2-1 swung on and missed, 2-2. He has 4 strikeouts in 4 2/3. Against Port Angeles on June 10th, he had 3 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. Two to Larson. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for John Over. Puts 1 out on the board. And with the bases loaded, the Drifters have a double play anywhere. But here's the dangerous Grant Jay. This is not the guy you want to be facing. With the bases loaded, Jay struck out his last time up. Prior to that, 2 walks. And now Coach Richards is going to go talk things over with Over. And this is scary right here. And he's going to take the ball from Over. He doesn't want the lefty versus righty matchup against Grant Jay. And in this situation, Richards goes to the bullpen. We'll have a new pitcher into the game here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
On the mound for the Springfield Drifters is number 1, Landon Parker.
The new pitcher for Springfield is Landon Parker, the right-hander from Umpqua Community College. He comes in to face off against Grant J, the DH, with the bases loaded, 1 out. Drifters would love a double play here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-0 the score. Jay again, 0-for-1 with the strikeout and 2 walks. Parker comes in for John Over, who faced 1 batter, struck him out. Let's see what Parker does here. First pitch to Jay. Down and away at 1-0. Landon Parker this season 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA in 4 games pitched. Has 1 save in 5 innings of pitching. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 7 hits. 1-0. Called a strike, 1-1. It's intense and stressful here in Springfield right now. Bridger Holmes had a great day through the first 7 innings. Allowed back-to-back singles to start this inning. Allowed a walk to Ethan Mann to load the bases with nobody out. 1-1. In the dirt, gets past Hayes, the catcher, but staying at third on the play is Canton. No run has come in yet. It's still 2-1. That one ricocheted off the backstop, and here at Hamlin Sports Complex, it's not the biggest backstop. It's relatively close. And it's still a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch to Jay. Outside. And now Parker is a ball away from walking in a run and moving the tying run to third. There's fire trucks going by down the road here at the ballpark, making some noise. And it's a 3-1 hitters count to Grant J, the DH. The 3-1 inside, and that's a run. 2-1, Cowlitz gets on the board. Landon Parker issues a walk. And now the tying run is 90 feet away. Ken comes in, Singer moves to third. Mann to second, Jay to first, and here's Latrey McCollum, who reached on an air in the 4th, 2 strikeouts other than that. Righty versus righty matchup. Parker shakes the first pitch, now comes set. First pitch to McCollum. Comes in for a strike, a slider on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. 2-1 the score. Even more stressful. Go ahead run in scoring position. The 0-1. Slider down and away at 1-1. It was all Springfield up until this inning. 10 hits today for the Drifters to 3 of the Black Bears. But 2 of the 3 have come in this inning. The 1-1. McCollum sends it to center field, and it drops in front of Kleckner. He guns it to the plate. 1 run scores, and we're tied. An RBI single by Latrey McCollum, and we're even 2-2. Singer comes in, and that's it. Mann moves to third, Jay moves to second, and McCollum to first. Bases loaded, still just 1 out, and here's Max Ortega. 1-1. Rather, first pitch comes in for a strike, 0-1. Ortega, 3 strikeouts today. He was the 10th and final strikeout victim from Bridger Holmes. The 0-1. Ground ball to third. Miller fields it left of the line. Foul, 0-2. Lead is gone for Springfield, and the offense will have to show up once again in the bottom of the 8th or later, as this inning has gotten away from Springfield. The 0-2. Ortega thought about it. Did not offer. Parker liked the pitch. Didn't get the call, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Parker. Down and away, 2-2. John Over came in just for 1 batter, and it paved the way from Parker. It was yet to register an out after a walk and a single. 2-2, outside. And now Parker is a ball away from walking in the go-ahead run. Parker starts the nod. Three-two. Grounded up the middle. This could be 2. Santana fields it, taps on 2, throw to first in time. Drifters needed that. 6-3 double play, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2 here on the Drifters live stream.
Now batting is the catcher, number 15, Ryan Hayes.
4-5 for Springfield here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 the score. Cowlitz was able to even it in the top of the 8th. And now Kyle Etheridge gets back on the mound, looking to put a 0 on the board for Cowlitz. Ryan Hayes swings at the first pitch, pops it down the line. It's dropping and slicing foul for strike 1. Solid piece of contact by Hayes, just a little early. Hangs left of the line, goes off the netting, preventing the ball from going into the party deck down there in left field. It's 0-1 to Hayes, the catcher, who's 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice his last time up in the 5th. 2-2 the score. Springfield would love to score a run here in the bottom of the 8th to give themselves the lead going into the 9th. The 0-1 to Hayes. Spoils it to the right field side this time. 0-2 from Etheridge, who in the 7th had a 1-2-3 inning in unique fashion. Cole Kleckner singled and then was out after a fly ball to center field by Bobby Blandford. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. They said that Kleckner went around second and then didn't touch second on his way back to first when he had to get back to tag. They called him out. And that was it. Hayes stopped away. We'll do it again. Hayes battling. One, two. Ground ball left side, softly hit. Singer charges, throws to first, and retires Hayes. Brings up Ryan Cooney, 1 for 3 with a single in the 4th.
Number 25, Ryan Cooney.
Here on this 2-2 game, Ryan Cooney heading off to the University of Oregon next year as his first pitch cuts under from Etheridge, 0-1. The 0-1. Cooney fouls it away, 0-2. Etheridge comes in, and he's done a good job through the first 4 batters. And it seems like the air's been taken out of this Springfield team that was cruising through the first 7. Popped in the air towards the right side of the field. Shallow field as McCollum in right field watches it go to the first baseman, Larson, who just had a basket catch in foul territory, 2.
Now batting is the first baseman.
Brings up Charlie Updegrave here. Updegrave a single in the 2nd, since then a pop-up and a ground out. Updegrave, though, has the power at the plate to make a difference with one swing of the bat. First pitch. Ground ball right side, rolled over, and that's going to be the 3rd out as Kennel throws out Updegrave. 1, 2, 3 they go. We go to the 9th, 2-2 the score here in the Drifters live stream.
On the mound is number 32, Zach Ettinger. Now batting is the third baseman, number 46, Tice Peterson.
New pitcher in the game for Springfield here in the top of the ninth inning. It's Zach Ettinger from LC State. First pitch here in the ninth is fouled off by Tice Peterson, 0-1. Going to be Peterson, Eli Kennel, and Sam Canton due up for the Black Bears here in the top of the ninth of this 2-2 ball game. Ettinger comes in for Landon Parker as the 0-1 is inside, 1-1. Parker came into the game, walked in the first run of the game for Cowlitz with the bases loaded, and then allowed a single to LaTrey McCullum to even the game at 2-2. Then he did get a ground ball for a double play, and that got out of the bases loaded jam with just 2 runs allowed. Inside from Ettinger, and it's 2-1. Ettinger from LC State, making his 4th appearance of the year, has thrown a total of 6 innings with 6 strikeouts, no walks, no runs. Fouled off by Peterson, 2-2. Ettinger threw 2 days ago against Bend, getting 2 outs, allowing just 1 hit to 3 batters he faced. 2-2. Called strike 3. Peterson strikes out for the second time today, his first backwards K. Zach Ettinger comes out of the bullpen and starts his day on a positive note. Brings up Eli Kennel, 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground ball, and a pop-up. Kennel, the left-handed hitter, against the right-handed Ettinger. First pitch, grounded up the middle. Santana trying to range over, slides, throws to first. Oh, that went up the line. That would have been ridiculous if he made that play. But Kennel was speeding down the line. And they're going to count that as the 4th hit today. It was going to be a tough play, but the way that Santana slid, fielded the ball, and threw it even in the direction of first base was even remarkable. And now a runner at first, 1 out for Sam Canton, who got the party started last inning, led things off with a single, the second hit issued by Holmes, and ultimately he came in to score that first run for the Black Bears. Fouls off the first pitch he sees, and it's 0-1. It was a tough inning for Springfield. They were cruising through 7, just 1 hit allowed to Cowlitz. Holmes was dealing at 10 strikeouts, but it was the first 3 batters to get aboard for the Black Bears that made the difference, as that one misses away, 1-1. Back-to-back singles, a walk to load the bases. John Over came in, got the strikeout, and then after that point, it was all negatives up until the double play for the Drifters. Canton lines this to center field. It drops in front of Kleckner, and Canton gets his second single today. Moves the go-ahead run into scoring position now for the Black Bears. Brings up A.J. Singer, who, as mentioned, had a single last inning, and his was just a oddly hit ball to first. Took a weird bounce from up the grave, and it found its way into the outfield. Definitely one of those plays that if you're up the grave at first, you'd love to have back. First pitch, fouled off, 0-1. Drifters turned to double play last inning. See if they can do so again. Ettinger looking to put a 0 on the board and give the offense a chance in the bottom of the 9th to win the game. The Drifters, if they're going to win today, it's going to have to be off of a walk-off. The 0-1. Called a strike. 0-2. On deck is Ethan Mann. Ettinger stares in and comes set. The 0-2, runner gonna go, and that one's launched deep towards left field, and Cowlitz leads by 3. A.J. Singer, 3-run home run, and it's 5-2 Black Bears. No doubter, 352 feet to left field. Springfield now trails by 3. First home run for A.J. Singer. And this has been quite the resiliency from Cowlitz after having nothing through the first 7 innings. 5 runs the previous 2. And now the Drifters have lots of work to do offensively in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Ethan Mann, inside, 1-0. 1-0 to Mann. Check swing. Fouled off. 1-1. That is your Wines. 1-1 pitch. Sent out towards right center field. Kleckner tracks it down, finds it for out number 2. First runs allowed this season for Zach Edinger.
Now batting the first baseman.
He had given up 7 total hits in 6 innings entering the day, but had yet to give up a run. And that was a big one. A.J. Singer. And here's Brandon Larson now. 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch and a strikeout. Chopper to third. Miller fields it on 2 hops. Throws to first to retire Larson. 3 runs on the inning on the big fly by A.J. Singer. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. 5-2 the score here in Springfield.
Now batting is the designated hitter, number 29, Reed Callum.
Kyle Etheridge back on the mound for Cowlitz, facing off against the bottom of the order for Springfield. Reed Kellum, Jaden Shepard, Jace Miller. First pitch to Kellum, ground ball to Singer on 1 hop. He throws to first to retire Kellum. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin this bottom of the 9th inning. 5-2 the score, Cowlitz with the lead.
Now batting is the right fielder, number 33, Jaden Shepard.
Brings up Jaden Shepard. 2 singles today for Shepard, both in the 3rd and 5th inning. And now he comes up for the 4th time, 2 for 3. First pitch from Etheridge, fouled off by Shepard, 0-1. Zach Edinger gave up 3 hits in the top of the 9th inning. The 3rd one, a big fly to A.J. Singer. Black Bears have scored 5 unanswered in the previous 2 innings. Shepard tanks high. 1-1. Drifters have 2 outs. Score 3 or more runs, trying to come from behind against Cowlitz here today. 1-1. Shepard cuts under it. 1-2. Today came in 9-6 overall in the season. Been in a little bit of a sputter. Started 7-2 overall, but struggled as of late. Fouled off by Shepard. Do the 1-2 again. Just 2-4 in the last 6 games. Avoided being swept twice, once against Wenatchee and once against Bend, and now they're finding themselves down. As Shepard sends this to center field, caught by Canton for out number 2. The Drifters are down to their final out.
Now batting, number 46, Bryce Betcher.
We're getting Bryce Betcher into the game. Bryce Betcher, a 2-way player at the University of Oregon, plays baseball and football. He was here with the team today. And, you know, he's spending a lot of his time this summer with the Oregon Ducks football team. But he comes in today for a pinch hit at bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. This is the most exciting thing that's happened to Springfield the past 2 innings. Betcher pops up towards the left side of the field. In left field is Mann, and he makes the grab, jumping up and snagging it for out number 3. One pitch to Betcher, and that's all she wrote. Cowlitz comes from behind and steals the win away from Springfield, as it is 8:31 p.m. Total time today, 1 hour and 57 minutes in this ball game. Bridger Holmes was cruising, had 10 strikeouts through 7, but ultimately it is Zach Edger picking up the loss after 3 runs came in the 9th. The Black Bears win game number 1 here in Springfield. And with that, we head to tomorrow's game. The game's going to be at 6:35 here on the Drifters live stream. You can catch it here or on the WCL website, but we'll see you tomorrow. 6:35 is the start time, and then again on Sunday, it's going to be a 1:05 start time for that. Drifters lose in heartbreaking fashion, 5-2 the final. See you tomorrow here on the Drifters live stream.